Um, I'm doing this because I never did a dedicated video of this knife. I'm also going to compare it to my last Switchblade, which was one of those crappy little Lightning OTF knives. I know a lot of people out there say they're just a knife-shaped toy, but I mean, I don't want to say those people are assholes. They are right in some respects, but still doesn't change the fact that it's a tool that you could use to cut things. And if you don't have a Switchblade and you can't drop 300 something bucks on this, then it's by all means buy it. But if you're like me and you like knives and you wanted something a little bit better than the Lightning OTF, you go with this. This is a Benchmade 8600 Bedlam, and it's made in America. That right there is a big time plus, because you know that it's quality construction. You're supporting American jobs, and you're not paying some Chinese cock gobblers money to rip off American designs, which the Lightning OTF is. It's ripping off a couple of American designs. People say mostly the Microtech, but Benchmade makes an OTF that looks an awful lot like the Lightning. They're Heckler and Koch. The hell is the name? It's a Heckler and Koch OTF that they make. Looks an awful lot like the Bedlam. So that right there. I mean, if I knew they were ripping off of Benchmade, I wouldn't have bought it. But I got this. I got the Lightning 5 or 6 years ago. And my first one got stolen, I think, by my cousin, who was a little hood rat. Thinks he's top-notch ass. No, he's a jerk-off. He's in prison now, probably getting raped. Anyway. One thing about this knife is this texturing is the same on every one. I thought it might be different, but it's not. I see these two ridges that are slightly higher, along with these two going into the bolt. I compared them to high resolution images of the Bedlam online, and they're the same. So it's just probably the same program. It runs over and over and over again. The lock. You can lock this so it won't open. You can also lock it so it won't close, essentially turning this into a fixed blade. Not as strong as a fixed blade, but it won't be closing on your hands. Now, ooh, shit. Alright, I just scratched the table. Whatever. Yeah. I might not have. That might have been there. Anyway. This is a fighting knife. This is self-defense fighting. This knife has not a lot of utility to it. It's relatively thin, but it doesn't mean it can't be used. Doesn't mean that it's going to snap off first time you stab somebody with it. Now, if you like those guys that look, oh man, I want my knives to be an 1/8 inch thick, a 1/4 inch thick, and they're talking about folding knives here, so I could pry and screw You want to pry and screw, get a fucking screwdriver and a pry bar. Alright? This is a fucking knife. It's meant to cut and slash. You know, I get where they're coming from. I own a Benchmade Adamus, which has been called a folding pry bar. I own a Becker BK2. That's a 1/4 inch thick, 5-inch blade fixed knife. But, I mean, there's guys out there that refuse to use knives with thinner stock because they think they're going to break. And I'm like, if you're using it to slash and stab, and it's designed to do that, it's not going to... What I'm saying is, like I said, you want a screwdriver, get a screwdriver. You want a pry bar, get a pry bar. You want to cut something, get a fucking knife. Grow the fuck up. I understand this now because I'm an adult. I'm not a 10-year-old boy that, is playing army in the woods with my friends. Anyway, this is meant to kill people. This was designed for self-defense. It could be a glass breaker, but it's actually a skull breaker. It's got a really nice handle. Really nice, comfortable handle. Everything's made in America. Even the steel is made in America. Now, this is $300 and change. This is $35. This is made in China. This is shitty steel, probably made in China. Shitty zinc handle, probably made in China. Is it worth $35? Hell yeah. But is it worth selling at your country? I don't know. Now, I'll use this knife. You can see the paint's coming off everywhere. The clip, super loose. Is it fun? Fuck yeah. Is it, God. Cool factor? Yeah. Because it goes in and out. But to call this a knife-shaped toy is to basically say I'm a steel Nazi. I'm a knife Nazi. To not be open up to it at all is to deny yourself a fun little experience. The only thing I don't like about this knife is that it's ripping off other people's designs. If this is an original design, I'd say hell yeah, get it. This is ripping off at least a Microtech and a Benchmade, what the fuck is it called? Tumult? Some weird name. It's driving me nuts. I mean, it was worth $35. This was worth $300 because, that, every time I open that, I feel the blade grind a little, and it does. A lot of people say you get that scratching over the lightning, and I'm getting it on this side too. This is buttery smooth, silent, very quiet. It's got, better materials, better construction, better quality and control, better everything. Everything about this knife is better. And there are people out there that say, you want a good switchblade, you go into the $800-900 range. Alright, are you going to pay for it? No. Why don't you tell me what a good knife is for around $300? And, pull the money wad out of your ass. Because not everybody's rich. This is a gift from somebody that I'm always going to be thankful for. Benchmade 8600 Bedlam. I carried this a little. I used it. I liked it. The best part about this knife, other than it being a switchblade, is I'm one of those guys that when I go out, I have a hard time opening up to people. Like a really hard time. I'm not nervous. I'm not antisocial, but I fidget. So I like to have a knife like this in my pocket that I could run my fingers over, you know? And like right here, I like touching the texture on the handle, the spine of the blade right here. You know, I fidget. Get a beer in me, a couple beers in me, I open up like a frickin' book. Anyway, Bedlam, 8600, $300 and change. I bought this. It was bought in a store. Thanks for watching.